Okay. All right. All right. Deebo call you? You call Deebo? What happened? What do you
No,
want from him?
Deebo. I called Deebo.
Okay. All right. All right.
Nice little chat.
Hit him up, and then he's just like, "Oh, by the way, I told the Niners I want out."
That's right.
Is that what it is? Is it a little?
That's right.
Little before hanging up. Little by the way.
I was calling about something else.
All right. So what gives? What can you share with us, Jeff Darlington?
Well, look. First of all, this is something that has been sort of percolating behind the scenes for several weeks at this point. So the team had already been sort of aware that this was coming. It was basically to the point where Deebo, I think, just really wanted people at this point, after washing his social media of any reference to the 49ers, taking it a step further and making it clear that he does in fact want to be traded. I understand that comes with a lot of questions. Deebo didn't necessarily want to expound at this point on his reasons. The one thing I will say, I think he's it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, because I know he's frustrated right now that the narratives that are floating around, basically people kind of guessing why he wants out. For instance, like he doesn't want to play running back anymore. I think those kinds of things are a little frustrating to him, although I don't know that that's necessarily the case. I don't think it's about necessarily being a running back. I think he's still fully willing to do all those things. Adam Schefter on our air yesterday reported that one of the factors is as simple as him just not wanting to be in San Francisco and wanting to instead be closer, not necessarily closer, but just a world that reminds him more of his home in South Carolina. I know, and I don't want to go too far into that, because I think that's something that Deebo should have at some point expound on, because that's a pretty personal thing. And I know what people will say as soon as that comes out of my mouth, which is, you get paid millions of dollars. Do it where you have to do it. And that's where I think this thing probably gets a little more personal and probably reaches the point where Deebo himself at some point will have to sort of explain those feelings.
So, I mean, and that's the issue here, Jeff Darlington, is obviously the why and how things can get rectified. That's one thing that 49ers most certainly cannot rectify. They cannot rectify where they play football, where they're located as a franchise in the National Football League, and one with several trophies in the case, I might add. Including one that almost happened in Deebo's first year in go-round in this league. So if it's not the running back thing, and let's just say it might be the close to home thing, can't money fix all that potentially?
So you would think, right? And I totally get the logic behind all this, and that's where I want to be careful, because I don't want to put words in his mouth,
right?
That he hasn't put in my ears. And I at this point just know that the 49ers really want Deebo on their team. They really recognize his value to their organization, what he brings to the table. They're trying and have been trying to do what it takes to keep him. I don't get the sense that Deebo is going about this with animosity, but I do get the sense that he very much has his feet in the ground on this. I personally don't see him budging, to your point. If some of those factors are things that the 49ers cannot rectify or remedy, that's a difficult task to overcome.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.